What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Low Life Motherfucking Chopper Podcast.
Get to the chopper!
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of the Low Life Motherfucking Chopper Podcast.
Happy Friday, you filthy strumpets.
We're to Brooklyn. Finally Friday.
Man, we got the peak now. We got peaking them levels already. I am pumped.
Yeah.
As you guys are listening to this, we're in the car already. We're on our way.
We are.
We're listening to this too at the same time because I'm going to play it.
Oh, fuck. We'll play it and just talk shit to the rest of the passengers.
They're going to want to hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
Indian Larry block party. Pre-party. Friday night. I hear there's bands, barbecue, all that good shit, bikes. It's quite the event. I didn't know they had a bunch of stuff planned already. They have art shows. They have stunt fucking people. It's going to be fucking sick.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy.
Don't be so crazy.
With all the pizza. Yeah, with all the pizza. I'm excited. That's the only reason I'm going.
Just for the pizza, yeah. Hey.
Pizza. We're going to stop in Connecticut, grab some pizza. Because that's where Dave says is the best fucking pizza. So we got to listen to Uncle Dave.
In Connecticut?
Yeah, he says Hartford or who is it? I don't know. Somebody somewhere in Connecticut. I forget. New Haven. New Haven has the best pizza in the country, he says.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So we're going to have to stop at New Haven. We drive right through it, grab a fucking pie so we can split that on the way down. Then once we get to Brooklyn, get another fucking pie.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever called it a pie. I didn't like it.
We're pie guys, dude.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I just like to call it pizza. Pizza.
Yeah, I hate it when people are like, yeah, we're going to get a couple of pies. Sounds so lame. It's not a pie.
Yo, some funny shit. Facebook tagged me in some memories today. And there was a couple of videos that I did from back in the day. I think like 2014. It was when I was like sponsored to be a hunter. Like 4 companies, they would like send me shit to like promote and all this shit. And I was doing like a product review of one of like my sponsors. Dude, my fucking accent, bro, was fucking to die for. It was crazy. It was crazy, really? Bro. It was fucking insane. I sounded like a straight fucking townie, bro.
How many years ago was that? Like 7, 8 years ago?
9?
9 years ago. I didn't know you could lose it so late in life.
9 years? Yeah, well, I think it's just because I've been living here a while. Like I said, 9 years. So I guess like people still say it all the time, like they can tell I'm from Boston. But dude, listening to that video, I was like, oh my God, dude. It was fucking bad. It was so bad. I sound like Jake's.
You gotta tell me that. Oh, dude.
It was fucking hilarious. I'm like, listen, you guys. Dude, it's fucking hilarious, bro. It was so funny. I was straight out of jail at that point too. So,
there you go.
Yeah,
yeah. It's probably too late for me to start putting on that Massachusetts accent, but I wish I always had it. It's got to be the best accent. New Hampshire
still has it. New Hampshire still has it though. They get like a dulled down version of it, but you can still hear it. Maine has its own accent. But Southern New Hampshire. I guess you're not really from Southern New Hampshire, right? You wouldn't call yourself Southern New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I grew up in, I guess it's Southern New Hampshire, like the Manchester area, right?
Oh, so yeah, Manchester's definitely Southern New Hampshire. That's where you grew up?
Yeah. Well, I
I
grew
thought you
up.
grew up
I
like a
went to
little
school
further
right
north.
outside of. No, well, I came from a small town outside of Manchester, but I went to Goffstown, which is right on the border
Okay, yeah.
of
Yeah, I know
Manchester.
where Goffstown is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I spent, and my whole family's from the west side of Manchester, like my mom's side.
Yeah.
So I spent,
All right.
yeah, all my time in
You're a
west side of
fucking straight
Manchester.
city kid, dude.
Yeah,
You're a
dude,
fucking
back in the day
scumbag
too.
like the rest of us.
Oh yeah, I used to go get smoke bombs at Uncle Bob's Market, dude.
See, there you go.
But
There's
back
an accent.
back in those days, like parents didn't give a fuck. We were talking about this before we started recording. Like our parents didn't give a fuck, dude. They
No.
were hanging out with their brothers and sisters and shit, and we had like 180 cousins, and they were just like,
Yeah,
"Bro,
they were playing
away
fucking
from us."
penny. They were playing penny poker. And they're like, "Get out of the house, bitch."
Yeah, they were playing fucking pass the card and cribbage and shit, and fucking. They were like, "Get the fuck out of here. Here's $5. Go get some
Oh, my parents didn't
fireworks
give
at
me
Bob's
$5.
Market."
Like, go to one of your friends' house to eat lunch if you get hungry.
Yeah, that's
Don't
true.
come
They
back
didn't.
till the street lights are on.
I didn't see a.
That was the
I
thing.
didn't see
Get
a
out in the
fiver
morning.
until I
Don't
was
come
in my
back till the street
20s.
lights are on.
Yeah.
I used to tell
Yeah.
my dad we're going to Skateland, and then all of us would tell our fucking parents that, and we'd take all the money and buy Goldschlager and just get fucked up, dude.
Goat schlager.
That's got to be fucking Russian.
Goat schlager? I think it's German, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's what I meant, German.
Yeah.
Schlager.
Actually, I don't know. 0.5% of our listener base is in Germany, though. So chime in, guys. Chime in,
Germany,
guy.
Japan. Yeah. Chime in, one guy. One guy. My bandana is tie-dyed.
Yeah, I look at that shit and I'm like, Uganda? Who the fuck's listening to us in Uganda?
Uganda doesn't even have radios. I don't even know where that is, honestly. Is that Africa?
I'm pretty sure.
It's gotta be. This
Yeah.
is why Americans have the reputation of just being ignorant fucks.
Yeah, that's why 98%
We think
of our
the whole
listenership
world is New Hampshire.
US.
No,
I
it's
was
not
thinking
even
about that
95. It's
today.
like 80. It's like 80 or something. 86% or something.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today. I was like, oh, we're going to New York. I hope nobody from Albany is there. Because they're probably going to have a bone to pick with me. But then I was like, that led me to think about it. I was like, oh,
dude,
yeah.
that's so far.
If you're from if you live in the best, freest state in the nation, you get a big head, you get a big head about it. Got a little bit of an ego.
Yeah.
But
Then people come here and say we have fucking weird roads.
and we play cow plot bingo.
No, we do not. Some people do. I've never heard of this. You're from Manchester. How did you hear about this? There's no cows in Manchester.
I'm not from Manchester. I spent a lot. See, I grew up in a little tiny town where we played cow plot bingo, but we didn't have like a
Goffstown?
high school. We didn't have a high school, so I had to commute to Goffstown. Like I had to get up early, dude. I'd have to get up and get on the bus at like fucking 6 o'clock in the morning.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dunbarton.
Okay, this is a third city you've told me today on this podcast.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a city. They have one. They have one. It's a light. It's not a stoplight. It just flashes yellow. And I think there was like 1,500 people from that town. But it's a little tiny town. Oh, it's in between like Concord and Manchester.
Fucking Concord.
Yeah, dude.
In between Concord and Manchester. I thought that was Bow. Oh no, that's on the other side of Concord.
We bordered Bow. Yeah. In fact, I was supposed to go. They had just built Bow High School when I was going into high school. And they were like, "No, we don't want these kids to have a good education." So they sent me to Goffstown.
Yeah, fuck these kids.
Yeah. And at the time, Goffstown was a fucking
fuck these hoe ass
shithole, dude.
kids.
It was a fucking shithole.
Really, that's
And
like a nice
high
town
school
now.
It's nice now, but when I went there, it was called Suicide High. And it was a fucking
Yikes.
shithole. Yeah. It was a shithole.
That's a crazy name.
Yeah, like we'd play other teams and like fucking soccer and shit. Like we didn't have a football team. We had like a soccer team and a basketball team.
I play
and all
Goffstown now.
Yeah. Yeah, that school looks nice.
You have to come to that game so you can talk shit.
Yeah, dude, I'll go fucking see if I know anybody still at that, any of the teachers that used to fuck with me.
Yeah. But I always try to make it so I look the same as you, but I'm never as close to. How close are you to your computer?
From the camera, I'm probably about 2 feet.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's where I'm fucking up. I'm like 4.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be close? Do you think?
I try to fill the screen.
I try to catch the background.
I mean, you got
like
a lot more.
Deadbeat
you
Customs,
got a lot more in the background.
Lowbrow Customs, Low Life Shopper Podcast.
Yeah, see,
Low
I got
Life Shopper
Low Life.
Podcast.
I got Dan. This is my prized possession, this signed autographed picture of Dan from No Luck Paintworks.
I love that.
So that's right over my shoulder here. But
what's the one that's right behind you?
That's the Deadbeat Customs one. With
Oh,
the fucking
shit.
eagle. The motherfucking, yeah, dude. Hey, what's this show about? We don't have a guest.
Oh shit.
We've been talking for 12 minutes
about the dumbest shit.
Nothing.
Listen.
We should probably start this shit.
For you guys that are not on the motherfucking Patreon, last week's Laddie episode, which is Low Life After Dark, they even have their own fucking nickname. That's what you're missing out on. Fuck the bonus content and the giveaways. You have your own fucking gang, dude. Fucking gang. Oh, shit, I just did to that. I had a cigarette in my hand, so I couldn't do the fucking gang thing. But we'll do that. That's the new gang sign for the fucking laddies, dude. Rock on.
I was gonna say
we
need a secret handshake or something. You know, secret handshake or some fucking like gang sign.
That's
or something
it right
just
there,
for the
dude.
laddies. Yeah.
Every time we see each other, we're like
gang.
But anyways, so last week's episode for the laddies was I don't even really know what the fuck you would call it.
It was like I guess like kind of like side hustle, you know, how to start a side hustle or small business.
Like how to start a side hustle, market a side hustle, and how to be successful with a side hustle. And everybody on the fucking Patreon was like, yo, do a full motherfucking episode of this shit, because this is the kind of shit we want to fucking hear. So that's what we're gonna fucking give you. We're gonna give you the full fucking lowdown. Right? Low down.
Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna give you the fucking lowdown on the shit you need to think about when starting a small business, how to fucking promote yourself, how to market yourself, the do's and don'ts. And both of us have small business. Rhino and myself have done this. I've actually gone through an academy and graduated now on how to market and brand yourself. This is an academy that people pay like thousands. My boss that put me through the training has put like fucking $60,000 into this academy to learn what he learned, and now I learned it for free. So I'm going to pass it to you guys because I know you guys like free shit. You get like a $60,000 training lesson right now for free. For free! So go join the Patreon.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, throw us $5. We're going to Brooklyn, baby. It's fucking, that pizza's expensive.
We need pizza money. Listen, here's what I'm going to say. Dude, we need to start a fucking PayPal for the fucking page.
Yeah, I'll set that up.
All right, listen.
I was thinking about that, yeah, because Rob has one, like, buy me a coffee. And I was like, that's a good idea.
Listen, we're setting up a Patreon. It'll be up before you hear this. So Friday, you can go to our fucking Instagram page. It'll be in the show notes of this. Go to YouTube. It'll be in the show notes. You can go to PayPal and buy us a slice of pizza. We don't want no coffee. We want fucking pizza in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
so if you want to buy us
drinking
pizza,
no beer, dude.
Yeah, fuck beers, bro.
Yeah,
I just
no
want
beer.
Pizza. Buy us a fucking pizza.
I'm gonna be sober.
We're gonna drop
weekend.
that fucking. Yeah, that way we can hang out with people. if you want to buy us a pizza, drop that fucking hit the motherfucking PayPal, bro. We are trying to live off pizza the entire time we're in Brooklyn. And if you don't want to, that's cool. You don't have to. But if you want to be a friend and buy us a pizza, we'd appreciate it. Because if not, we're going to be sharing a box of ramen noodles.
I'll throw up a Venmo.
Oh, shit. I'm going to light my garage on fire. All right, I'm back. Anyways, we'll have that up for you guys. For anybody that can't join the Patreon, doesn't want to do $5 or $10 a month, we'll drop a fucking PayPal link. That way you can just fucking do that shit.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, I'll do Venmo
and
too.
Merch.
It seems like most people are not doing PayPal these days.
I like PayPal.
Yeah, they're getting all up in people's
Venmo
biz.
and Cash App is where like the booty shaking's at. Cash App me and I'll show you my butthole. PayPal's a place of business.
Nobody wants to see that, dude. I was actually talking to my wife yesterday about that. She was like, I was like, you've never seen my asshole? She's never seen my asshole.
Really?
That's why we're still married. Yeah. Our anniversary is tomorrow. 8 years.
So you were like bringing it up?
Yeah, you just do not
like, listen,
show your wife your asshole.
Maybe for the 8 years.
Maybe, yeah, that would be a special little treat. And then I don't have to buy a gift.
Yeah.
It's like, here you go, honey.
You'd be like, look, I've been holding this for 8 years.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
I'll just bend over and brace yourself for the most macabre spectacle that you can't unsee.
Listen,
fucking bad,
we got
I've seen it
fucking
myself.
all the merch. All the merch. Rhino has been slaving away in the garage. You got the low life across the fucking shoulder, so everybody knows what the fuck you're about. You got the fucking open primary logo over the heart because you know we're near and dear to your fucking heart. Wear this thing. It's going to get you laid at your family reunion for sure.
Dude,
probably
so
get you
good
laid
right
in Brooklyn. Yo, oh, man.
Forget about it.
Yo, we got to be wearing those at the show, bro.
I'm going to make us a special one-off exclusive.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I want it to
Yours
say,
should
like,
say Loctite and mine will say Rhino.
I could probably make that happen.
Just really fuck people up.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get your ass kicked by a bunch of Albany guys.
Listen, we're going to have all the fucking shirts. We have a metric fuck ton of koozies. So if you're walking around with your beer, don't let that shit get warm. Come buy a fucking koozie. You're getting a koozie and a fucking sticker pack. The koozie is going to be stuffed full of stickers. $5. $5 fucking here for koozie and all the stickers your heart could desire.
Yeah, we got stickies, baby.
And listen, me and Ryan were talking today. All this merch, we're not even trying to recoup the money that we've spent to go to Brooklyn, which is so much money, by the way. All of the money, in case you were wondering. Like well over $2,000.
Yeah, like when we pull out our fucking pant pockets, like little moths fly out and shit, like a cartoon.
Yeah. Listen, we're talking hotel. We're talking vending fee. We're talking new Easy Up, table covers, all the fucking merch that has been made. That Rhino was slaved away like he's in a Chinese fucking young adult fucking sweatshop.
Yeah, wife helped.
All the monies has gone into the show. Oh, yeah, the wife has been there to help. To fight off the fucking turkey so Rhino can actually get work done. Listen, we're not even trying to recoup any of that money. All the money from shirt sales this weekend will be going. Should we put this out?
Yeah.
We'll be going to a legit screen printing, right? Is that what we call it?
Screen
printing setup. We're trying to get a legit screen printing setup so we can bang out way more merch, do it all in-house. That way we know the quality is what it needs to be. We can get it out faster. We can help you guys out with small orders for your small businesses that you're about to start after this fucking episode. It just going on to like what we've been saying is we're just always trying to up this podcast. We're trying to make it better every motherfucking week.
And in the spirit of this episode with like small business and stuff, you know, we're going to talk about like business ethics and shit like that. And it's like, I don't want to pay for drop shipping from Haiti or some shit, you know, like I want USA made material, USA printed material, you know, like that shit's important to me. So it's like, that's what we want to do, you know? So like we want to live, we don't want to just talk a big game, you know what I mean? So it's like, if we're doing it ourselves, we can be conscious about like where we get the shirts from, and they're all printed right here in Henniker, New Hampshire. So we want to do that. And then, yeah, it's good to be able to, I'll be doing the shipping, and we can do international stuff. Like we don't have to fuck with like third parties and stuff. So that's really the spirit of it, is like USA made, garage built, just like the choppers that we all love. And they'll get better. They get better. This run was definitely 100% better than the last run.
Yeah,
And when we get some better equipment in, we can do multicolor stuff. We can do like one-off designs. We can do, you know, fucking shit for charity. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be dope. So make sure you stop by the booth. Even if you don't have any money and you're broke ass like us, still stop by the booth. Come say what up, man. We pay a lot of money for this booth, not to fucking sit there and look cool, to fucking talk to you motherfuckers. So come hang out at the booth. Fucking drop some fucking dough on some merch. Grab a t-shirt, grab a koozie, buy us a fucking pizza. Hang out, drink some fucking Modelo's. Even though we're not drinking, but drink some Modelo's with us.
I will be drinking. I will have Modelo's. I will also be drinking. Yeah, we will have Modelo's under the table. Because we can covertly...
We're going to have so many Modelo's.
Yeah.
And we need to get
if you buy a koozie, they don't even know. What is that, a Pepsi? What is that? Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get like
it's a Monster Energy.
Pack of Modelo a day.
Yeah, it's going to be hot out there.
It's going to be so hot.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah, so come see us in fucking Brooklyn. Indian Larry Block Party. You do not want to fucking miss it. All your favorite people will be there. Come say what up. Anywho, on to this motherfucking episode. We're now 23 minutes in and we haven't said shit.
We are professionals.
Something like that. We're sort of pros. All right, so listen. For you laddies that are listening this week, it's going to be a little bit of recap of what you heard last week, because obviously we got to go through the whole process. We can't just pick up where we left off, because then it doesn't make sense to all these motherfuckers that weren't listening last week. So how did we start this last time? The first thing you got to figure out is what your side hustle is going to be, obviously. It needs to be something you love, especially as a side hustle, because you're doing it after your job, which means you're going to work after work. Yeah. And that's not fun. So whatever you're doing has to be fun.
And I would say we even start even before that, you know, like if you're listening to this, you probably like building things with your own hands. You know, like most of the people that we meet have the same, like, you know, moral compass and the same ethics and the same work ethics and the same, you know, like, so we're all kind of in the same, oh, we got that sweet tea hype, baby. Chug that shit.
Got it.
And I highly recommend getting some additional income, you know, because if you're the type of guy that likes to work on motorcycles after work, like in your spare time, like that's work. You know what I mean? Like your hobby is a ton of work that's expensive. So it's like, you're probably the type of person that can be an entrepreneur and start a little something. So start with, you know, like, are you trying to get out of your shitty job that you hate? Do you want to do something that like full time, or do you want to just generate a little extra income? Do you want to meet some other people in your area that are into the same shit as you? Like, what is your goal? Because it's going to be different. You know, like some people want to start a shop and they're like, yeah, I'll do the bike maintenance and all that stuff. Some people can build hard parts, you know, like what's your skill set? Like, what are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? And then why do you want to do it?
Yeah, this should be
So
something that
figure
you're
out like
already
that.
doing.
Yes.
It should definitely be something that you already do, because trying to start a side hustle and learn how to do that side hustle that you want to do is going to be a pain in the dick. This should be something you're already good at,
Yeah.
something you already enjoy doing.
Yeah. Well, or if you're interested, like super interested in something like me, I got super into vapor honing. Offer that stuff to your homies and people in your close circle first. You know, if you want to get into like upholstery and like making chopper seats or something, do it for your friends. Do it for nothing, you know, do it for material cost. Dip your toes in. Just be like, is this something I enjoy? Is it something that I'm interested in? And if you are, then you're on the right track. Because if you're only motivated by money and making money, you're not going to be happy. Because that's what you already do in your day job. I mean, that's what day jobs are, right? You work for someone else to make money, and you're unhappy because it's not exactly what you want to be doing during the day.
Yeah. I'll tell you
So
how
if you're gonna
mine started. My side hustle started because I wanted pinstriping on my bike and didn't know anybody who pinstriped. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to learn how to pinstripe. And then I was like, well, and I did essentially what Rhino's saying here is I would just hook people up. Oh, you want some shit pinstripe? Cool, I'll do that for you. And then I ended up getting a mentor in pinstriping, which is Stitch. Stitch's Garage, Rick Pierce, fucking stud of pinstriping. Got a mentor, started taking it more serious. And then he was like, hey, you need to start charging correctly because you're fucking making everybody else look bad. And that's when you get into the setting the price shit. But in the beginning, just know you're not going to make money.
You're going to lose it. You're going to lose
Especially
money.
if you're new at it.
Yeah. Because you have upfront costs. Like, so for pinstriping, you have paint. You know, for me, for vapor honing, I got like a tiny unit, like a micro hone from VHT or something to start. And then you have to buy the media, or you have to buy the brushes, you have to buy stuff to get into it. And then you're doing it for free.
That's what people understand about pinstriping. In pinstriping, people, I think, assume like, oh, he's just coloring this thing for me.
Yeah.
But like what they don't realize is like my brushes are this big and they cost fucking $25.
Dude,
you know what I mean? My paint
costs 25
are like
bucks
this
a can.
big and they cost $25 fucking dollars. You know what I mean? Like if you're having me pinstripe some shit that has like 4 different colors on it, I spent a lot of money to have those 4 colors. I spent $100 to have those 4 colors to do that
4 colors. And then the brushes.
You know what I mean? That's not including my brushes and my oil. And then when I first started pinstriping, I pinstriped 7 days a week for 2 hours every night before I went to bed to kind of fast track myself. Pinstriping takes about 4 years, 4 to 5 years before you're good enough to start charging people. I got to the point where I was told from other pinstripers, hey, it's time to start charging people in a year. Because I was pinstriping every single day, 7 days a week for 2 hours every single night. No matter what I had going on. Shitty day, long day at work, fucking wife's pissed off at me. Everybody would go to bed and I'd pinstripe for 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have the upfront costs of material, whether you're making parts or offering like a service, right? Like if you're a welder, you have to buy that gas. You got to buy that fucking, those rods. You have to upgrade your TIG wand. And but then what you were saying, right? That curve, like from having like a base skill to having something that people pay for, right? Like how what's that curve look like? Is it like 45-degree angle? Like, do you get better day over day, month over month, year over year? Or is it like you get to a point where it shoots up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you get to a point like you really dig into it and spend a lot of time. And then that's where you start making money, right? You have to actually be good at it. Because if you offer like shitty parts, and I've seen this too, right? Like you're on Instagram and some dude comes out with like a product. You know what I mean? And that's tough because your name's attached to that shit, whatever it is, whether you're doing a piece of art like pinstriping, or you're offering a service like vapor honing or welding or something like that, or you're creating like a part, people are going to put that shit on their bikes. You know what I mean? And your name's attached to that. Like someone goes, oh yeah, that looks like shit. So you got to be able to practice, but also like maintain a level of fucking, you know, that's where the price comes in, right? Like at first you're doing shit for basically for free, or you're losing money because your name's attached to it. So they're like, yeah, this is a piece of shit, but at least I didn't lose any money. Once you start charging real money, you have to be sure that you're skilled right?
Yes.
Because if you're not, they'll get fucking pissed. You charge someone like professional welding prices and then you do a hack ass job, they're going to be fucking pissed and your name's mud, you know?
Yeah.
So what's the next part here? So you get your idea, you know, you find something that you're interested in, that you're passionate about, that you don't mind spending money and time on, and then you get good at it, right? So you have like the passions there, the skills there, you have the additional, you know, the initial setup costs, but you have to figure out
The biggest next thing is knowing your worth. This is every single person that I have known that start a small business is they way undercharge. They way undersell themselves. And the hardest thing about small business is taking what you think is a lot of money out of your mind. Because you're a guy who does that. So of course you would never pay somebody to do it. So it doesn't make sense for you to charge somebody that price. I'm not saying be the highest fucking guy out there and rape people and take their fucking hard-earned money. But you need to think that you are the one who's doing that work. So obviously, no matter what price it is, you think it's automatically high because you would never pay somebody to do it. So the hardest part is knowing your worth. And you got to break that down by, like what Ryan was saying, what you're going to be spending on supplies, how much time it's going to take you, how much space it's going to occupy in whatever space you work in. All those things are a leading factor in like how much you have to fucking charge. And I'm here to tell you, if you go too low, you're going to go out of business. If you go too high, you're going to go out of business. So you need to find that sweet spot, and you gotta, as much as it sucks to say, you gotta be a fucking professional, and you gotta do the math, and you gotta do the work, and figure out, okay, this covers this cost, and I think I should be making this much per hour. Add all that shit together, that's what you charge for a shop rate.
Yeah, and it's really hard to calculate that because there's material cost, like what you're actually using, and that's easy, right? So you just like, all right, so for this job I'm going to be using X amount of whatever, but then what's your time worth to you? Because you know, from my personal experience, I dove in like both feet, and I was every day get out of work, start vapor hunting shit, right?
Yeah.
But then you're not with your family. You know, you have shit you have to do on the weekends, like, and there's other things that you want to do too. So this is a second job, right? To start always, right? You're not gonna, unless you're really fucking talented. Like, I don't know how you can just start doing your own business without any kind of other income, right? Because to keep the business going, you need funding some way, right? So, and we're not talking about going to get a bank loan or anything like that. We're talking like side hustle shit. So like you're working your actual job, and any money you put toward your business is coming out of your own pocket. It's coming out of like your electric bill, your, you know, like that's real money that you need. So you got to recoup that.
And the way you got to think of it is like, if you were going to take a job, say you were going to like go work for somebody, and let's just say you're welding. how much would you expect that person to pay you per hour to do what you do? You're not charging a customer this, you're charging a company this. How much do you think that company should be paying you to do the work that you're going to be doing as a side hustle? So if you say, I think I'm worth $60 an hour. Okay, so now that's how much your hourly is for you, for your time. Then you take your materials. Say you're buying some fucking round stock. You take that and you mark that up 20%. Now that covers you getting the material, you storing the extra material, paying for the shipping on that material if you're ordering it, setting up that account, and it pays for all your other shop fees. So your acetone and your fucking whatever else you got to use for welding. 20% markup is standard in every fucking field. I don't care who you are. If you're ordering any kind of stock or supplies, parts, any of that shit, it's 20% markup automatically. That covers all your bases. That way, even if that market fluctuates, you're still good no matter what.
Yeah, there's a threshold there, right? Especially with like raw material, because like a lot of the people that they want to offer you obviously the best price, right? So they can stay competitive.
Yes.
But when material cost gets too high, like you see this a lot with like, like handlebars, stainless steel and stuff. Like it got beyond that threshold and people had to up their prices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they have to,
and that's where your warranty money comes from too. Your warranty comes from your overage. So when you're adding that 20% or whatever it is, I've seen people go as high as 50%, depending on like what field you're in. But that covers your warranty work. So say something you do gets fucked up and it has to come back, you can't charge that person because you fucked up. But that percentage that you're charging over, that pays you for that.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, with me, it's different
every
because
time
in painting,
too.
that's just like not the case. I don't charge for like that shit. I just figure it what I'm supposed to do per hour in my paint and brushes around me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's different when you like doing like artsy fartsy kind of shit.
Yeah, because there's more liability like quoting jobs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you quote a job and you're like, all right, so I'm worth this much an hour. But then if anything goes wrong, right? That's why you have to like give yourself some wiggle room, because something is always going to go wrong. And then your price goes down, right? So if you quote something that's going to take like 5 hours or something, ends up taking 8, well, you're not getting paid. I mean, your quote is your quote, right? And people are expecting to pay that. Quoting's hard. And I don't know like how you do it, but if I give a quote, that's pretty much the price.
yeah. So
You know
I've
what I mean?
always put
like it or lower.
I've always put a clause in there. They're like when I was doing the motorcycle work. I'm like, look, this is the quote. If we run into any unexpected things, because you're working on a motor, you never know, dude. You could open up the motor and the fucking pistons are shot. So I would always be like, hey, this is how much it is to do this job. If we run into other issues along the way of doing that job, obviously there's more money involved, but we'll chat with you first, give you that price, and let you know.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest thing is you got to be upfront with people, especially if you're doing any kind of motorcycle work. You have to be upfront with people. Like, hey, this is how much it's going to be to do this job. But if we run into something else,
custom work,
there's going to be an added charge, but we'll obviously reach out before. We're not just going to do it and give you a bigger bit.
Yeah. And it's always better to, you don't want to over promise and under deliver, right? It's always going to work in your favor the other way. So make your quoting, quote it with that buffer to give you, like, because if you go, oh, that's going to cost $100, and then it ends up, you're like, oh, it's going to actually be 150. Well, that's kind of a big deal. Yeah. It's better to be like, it's probably going to be like around $200. And if they're like, oh, yeah, that's great. Well, wait until you give them a bill for 150. Then they're like fucking stoked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and listen, I hate to tell you, but bad reviews travel to twice as many ears as good reviews. Somebody that's pissed off that you fucked them will tell every single person they know. Somebody that was pumped that they came and picked their shit up and it's $50 cheaper is probably going to tell 1 or 2 people. So you got to have good business. And in the beginning, like I said, expect to not make a fuck ton of money. Because the first thing you need to do is build the brand. You need to build who you are. And we'll get into this a little bit, a little further down the road here. But you need to build that brand. You got to do work cheaper because you got to get your name buzzing. You got to get people talking about who you are. Get in the ears and the eyes of the people that you're trying to fucking reach out to. And if you just come out of the gate swinging one of the highest fucking guys in price, I hate to tell you, man, it's not going to work out well.
I think it's
for
a good place to, I mean, that's a great conversation. It's just, who do you want your clientele to be? You know what I mean? Because you don't want any Kens and Karens. You know what I mean? You want to avoid those fucking people. They're out there, right? So you don't want to just take every job. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you're like, I don't really want to work with you, right? So it's like, what kind of messaging do you put out? But it's the word of mouth that gets people, they tell their friends, like, you know, especially like if you're offering a part or something, they're like, dude, that's fucking sick. Where'd you get it? They're going to be like, yeah, it's this guy. He gave me a great price on it, right? And then his friend's going to go buy one from you because he trusts his friend. He doesn't fucking know you. But if his friend vouches for you, he's like, this guy's a good guy. Then you treat him good. He tells fucking 2 friends. So it's like, yeah, you have to just deliver on whatever you're promising. You know what I mean? So if you go, yeah, I'm the fucking shit. I'm the best vapor hunter in the fucking world. Then do that, you know, because if you disappoint people, and I actually haven't had that experience, thankfully, and I don't know if maybe I just hadn't had the opportunity yet, but like, you know, I would always make it right. You know what I mean? Like I'd always try to make sure that like whoever I was working with, like they were stoked on it. You know what I mean? And if they weren't and they didn't tell me, I'm sorry, but like I would hate, you know, it would kill me if I found out that someone was disappointed with something that I did. You know what I mean? Because like I probably wouldn't say anything either. You know what I mean? Like if you're a customer and you go somewhere and it's like it's someone like a small business or something, like to me, I probably wouldn't be like, dude, this fucking sucks. You know, I'm disappointed in this shit. You know what I mean? But that probably happens too. And they're not going to be boosting you. But you'll never know.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like, just do the best you can. Don't cut corners. You know what I mean? But yeah, that word of mouth, that's the best kind of advertising. Because you can trust it.
Yeah. The biggest thing too is, we should have said this a little bit earlier. We kind of touched on it. When you're starting the business out fresh, do not go to the fucking bank and start pulling all these goddamn loans. Because now you're starting in the negatives. You're starting that scale that Rhino was talking about. Instead of starting here and slowly starting to climb up, this is where you should be starting. This is where you're fucking starting. Now you're starting way the fuck down here and trying to climb up. So 6-8 months, now you're finally to where you would have been if you would just found some shit that you could sell. That's how I started my business. I just sold some shit. Yeah. And I started my business owning everything. I had zero overhead. I had no shop rent because I owned my fucking shop. I bought my truck outright. You know what I mean? Everything I had for my business was owned cash. And I know obviously that's not the easiest way to go about it. But as little debt going into a brand new business is the best way to fucking do it.
Yeah, well, it's going to save you a fuck ton of stress, obviously. You know, you're not taking food out of your kid's mouth. You know what I mean? It's like only invest what you can.
Immediately start making money.
Yeah, and then any profit. Here's the other thing, right? So if you start with no debt, as soon as you sell something, take that profit and put it back in the business. You know, like, so we were talking earlier about like the screen printing. You know what I mean? Like we did a run of shirts. We made some profit. I didn't go and buy a bottle of fucking tequila and some cigars. We're going to invest it back in the business. So that's the other thing is like when you start off, don't take out a bunch of loans. Well, I guess, and we're talking like dudes like us, like garage dudes. You're a one-man operation. You're going to be doing a side hustle or something like that's manageable in addition to your day
Right.
job, you know? So you're not going to the bank and being like, I need $100,000. Just get like bare minimum stuff, invest a little bit of money, get what you need to get going, and start small and then scale, you know? So,
Well, and
you know,
here's the biggest
just
thing
take
too
that
is,
money that you do get, invest it back.
yeah, the biggest thing to realize too while going into this is figure it out in the beginning. Is this something that you're just going to keep a side hustle and make some extra money to buy parts for your bike and all this shit? Or is this something that is going to be a side hustle until it gains traction, and then you're going to leave your job and then start doing this full time? These are two totally different paths that you want to take. If this is going to be a side hustle and you just make money whenever you have a chance to be fucking doing it, there's a lot of this shit you don't have to worry about because there's no overhead. You're probably doing it out of your fucking house. You don't really care about it too much. And it's just extra income. But like, if this is something that
Yeah.
you're trying to work towards a long goal of being on your own, holy shit. Can you hear this thunder and lightning?
No.
It's like shaking my garage. There's
It was
fucking
probably a poorly
tornado
built
outside.
garage.
It could have been. It was built by a scumbag.
Yeah, that's another great point. It's just that you have to. What are you setting out to do? Because, you know, some advice, you know, for entrepreneurs is like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't be like, I'm going to start doing this. Tell your boss to go fuck himself. You're just like, hey boss, I'm working for myself now. Go fuck yourself. Do your side hustle. If it's profitable enough, then you can make the switch. I mean, if that's something that might come down the line, like you have something like, you know, like a lot of these painting guys, right? You know, like No Luck and whatever. They'll start doing these paint jobs as a side hustle, but then it evolves into something else. And then you can be like, oh, well, you know, you've invested your profits, you've gotten better equipment, you've got, you know, enough vivid black to paint, you know, like a fucking semi truck. And it's like, oh, well, maybe I could strike out. You know what I mean? And if that's your goal, it's great to have that goal in mind, but be realistic about it because you don't want to get into debt. You know what I mean? Doing this shit. Don't quit your fucking day job until you can pay your electric bill and all that shit. And be honest with yourself. You might find out like it's a grind and you're like, man, I don't want to do this, you know, and you can always scale down too. You don't only have to scale up. And that was something that I did was at first I was taking on everything. I was doing anything anybody would throw at me. And I was working so much that I was taking time off my day job. Like I was calling in sick so I could catch up on vapor honing work. And it was just all the time, all day long, anything that came in, car stuff, fucking weird shit, stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. And then I was like, dude, I got to scale back. So, you know, I was like, I'm not going to do any car stuff because I didn't like doing car stuff. I don't like cars. I'm not a car guy. You know, someone's like, oh yeah, I got a Johnson rod for a 87 Chevelle or whatever. And I'm like, I don't even know how to quote that. You know?
Yeah.
I don't even know how long that's going to take. So kind of like make sure you stay in your lane and make sure you stay doing things that you like, you know, because it's your business. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can say no to anybody, you know, and it sucks to say no because people are like, you're leaving money on the table and people are like, you know, maybe you don't want to bum them out. Like, oh, he doesn't want to work on my shit or do what I want. But make sure you're doing what you want to do. Because as soon as you start taking stuff on for money, again, just back to the original number one point was like, you like doing this stuff. You're interested in it. You enjoy doing it. You know, once you lose that, you're fucked. So once you start doing like if you like doing chopper paint jobs, do chopper paint jobs. And if you don't mind doing Dyna paint jobs, do Dyna paint jobs. There's a lot of money in that. You know, just don't do bagger paint jobs. You sell out.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, these are all important things to decide if this is going to be a long-term goal. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to do that full-time shit. You really can't hear that.
No, dude. These
That was
mics are too
insane.
good.
Fuck, bro. It literally sounds like there's just like lightning
These mics
striking.
have that hypercardioid pickup.
It sounds like there's lightning striking outside of my garage door, just one after another. It's insane.
Dude.
Anyways,
been
so these are
crazy
important things. Yeah, crazy.
Like lightning I've never
These are
seen in my
important
entire
things.
life, dude. Like the other day I was just like looking up at the sky. Like I was like, dude, is this fucking Armageddon? Like there was lightning bolts like striking around my house.
Yeah, just like wouldn't stop, right? It was just one after another after another.
Yeah, the sky was fucking red and there's just constant lightning. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Yeah, so these are important things to figure out. Whether you're going to go full time, whether this is going to be just something that's whatever, here and there fucking work. If this is just going to be like a thing to just make you money here and there, you've heard everything you need to hear at this point. If this is going to be something that you're hoping to go the long haul with it, be able to fucking feed your family with it, take it serious, claim fucking taxes on it, go on your own, not have to work for anybody ever fucking again, there's a lot more. So once you've decided all that shit, which way you're going, what you're doing, what your profession's going to be, how much you're worth, now the most important part comes of how do you brand this shit? You need to be able to market this shit. And I know a lot of us are just fucking dumb little retards. We don't know how to do anything. But like I said, fortunately, I was just working for a company that taught me all of this. And it's actually pretty fucking easy. The first thing is you need to build a brand around you. People need to know who you are. That way, even outside of your company, they know who you are. That way, when they see you in the streets, like, oh, that's that dude who has such and such shop up the fucking road. Oh, that dude right there did work for my cousin, and he did this, and blah, blah, blah. You need to build the brand, make yourself the face of the company, and then start doing your marketing. Anybody that has a small business and is not on every single social media platform you can get on, you're a fucking idiot. You're hands down a fucking idiot. I know social media sucks. Facebook's gay. Instagram's fucking whack. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. But it's free advertising to as many people as you want to fucking reach. It's free. It costs zero monies. And it's one of the easiest ways to advertise. One thing that I did when I started my company.
That's how people communicate too, by the way. I mean,
yeah.
Like, what are you going to go in the phone book? Dude, I haven't had a phone book in my house for a long time. So you kind of have to have a Facebook and an Instagram
and guess what happens when you have a Facebook?
Attract customers.
When you have a Facebook, say somebody types in Rhino Resto on Google. Because like, oh, I need to grab this dude's number. His Facebook's coming up. His Instagram's coming up. So someone that's never dealt with you before can click on that and they see everything you've ever done and post it to your fucking business page for free. It costs no fucking money. And it's the easiest way to advertise. It makes no sense. Every time I hear somebody say, well, I don't have Facebook because that's just all drama. And you're a small business owner, you're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. Facebook is where all the moms are, where their dads are, where fucking all the families are on Facebook. Not all your fucking gay little chopper friends that are never going to buy shit from you. Facebook is where you're going to make your fucking money. I hate to say it. It's just where you're going to make your fucking money. That's where all the other fucking people are at. All the people that were like, just got into Facebook to like see their family and they hate fucking technology and all this shit, but they like being able to see their grandkids and like their uncle and their aunt and all this shit. They didn't transition over to fucking Instagram because they're already pissed that they have Facebook. So they just stayed on Facebook.
I have a question because so I started a Facebook initially just to get on Marketplace, and I put my name is Rhino Dick,
Yikes.
like my actual name.
Yeah.
I don't know how to change it. So I'll
Oh,
be
you
like,
can
yeah,
change
I'm
it.
coming to pick up that like bed frame. And they're like, okay, Rhino Dick. You know, like
You're like, no,
regular
my name's
people. They're
actually
like on
yeah.
Instagram. Yeah. Like on Instagram,
Yeah.
people are just like, oh yeah, rhinoceros penis, of course. But like people on Facebook are like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And I'm like picking up like baby beds and shit. Like they're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And so I forgot until like this woman one time, she was like, whoa, what do I call you? Like, what's your real name? And I was like, oh yeah, shit. Dude, I couldn't find out where to change that. I could not find it.
Yeah, it's in there. I forget how to do it though, but it's definitely, you can definitely change it.
Someone help me because I'm scaring off a lot of potential buyers.
Yeah. Yeah. So you need to get on Facebook. Whether you think it's fucking gay or not, I don't really give a shit. You need to get on Facebook. It's one of the easiest platforms to get on. Once you get on Facebook, this is what I did with my business. I went to Facebook. Here's the best thing about fucking Facebook is when you start your business page, you can go up to the search thing and you can just type in Raymond. Say you can type in every town that borders your town into the search bar. So say I live in Epping. The town that's next to me is Raymond, New Hampshire. I can type Raymond, New Hampshire, and it'll show me every single person on Facebook in Raymond, New Hampshire. So I invite them to the page, invite them to my page, invite them to my page. Once I get all those people from Raymond, now I go to the next town, which is Fremont. Type in Fremont, New Hampshire. It shows me every single person in Fremont, New Hampshire on Facebook. I add all those people to my page. And I do a full fucking 30-mile radius around my shop and add every single person that's on Facebook within 30 miles of my shop. Now, every single time I post something, they see it. Whether they need it or not, somebody they know needs the shit that I do. It just does not make sense to not be doing business this way. It's literally, back in the day, if you wanted your shit marketing, you had to pay so much money to market your business. Right. So much money. You had to buy a fucking ad in the newspaper, buy the right phone number so you could be at the top of the fucking white pages. It was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Buy a billboard. You don't have to do any of that shit now. You don't have to do any of that shit.
Full disclosure, I do not advertise on Facebook. So I'm one of those idiots.
Fucking up, son. It is the easiest platform to advertise on. And then they have, the other thing is they have all of these fucking town stuff, groups. Right? They have all these town groups. That's the other thing. So once you go to all these towns, you add all those people. Now you go to all those town groups. Every single fucking town in America has its own Facebook group. You add that town, add yourself to that town. And then one day a week, every one of those towns has one day a week where small businesses can advertise, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So just remember the shit that we don't get kicked out of these town groups. But now you're in the town groups. Do you know what it looks like when a guy from Henniker does vapor honing and somebody in Henniker is looking for vapor honing? Yeah, they want to go with the townie, bro. It just doesn't make sense. Instagram doesn't have any of that shit.
The group thing is actually, that's a really great point because so you can do the town stuff, but you can also be like very specific because there's so many groups. You could just be like, you know, if you're offering parts or something, you know, like they have groups built around certain things. So if you're like, you know, like I joined a bunch of Facebook like El Camino groups when I got my El Camino, and it's like buy, sell, trade stuff. Like get a part of that group, or like, you know, like there's just tons of groups, and then they're super active too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Instagram doesn't have that shit.
That's a great one. Yeah,
that's
definitely a plus on
all of
Facebook
this comes
side.
with Facebook for free. For free. That's why I tell everybody, man, every social media platform you can get on, whether you fucking hate it, you think it's corny, none of that shit matters. None of it matters. You got to be on all of it because it's all free advertising. All of it. TikTok is one of the best.
Yeah.
I fucking hate TikTok. But TikTok is one of the best because you can make a little 40-second video of whatever the fuck you're doing. You can share it to TikTok. You can share it to Facebook. You can share it to Instagram. You can share it to Snapchat. You can fucking share it to everything from that one platform. And you could just made a video, edit it, put a title, put closed captions, all of that for a free editing fucking software that now you can stream across all fucking platforms. It doesn't make sense to not be using social media.
Yeah.
And here's a one tip for you guys.
You have to. I mean, like Instagram is the motorcycle place to be, though. You know what I mean? So, like, if you only do one,
off of business wise, if I had to go business off of Facebook and Instagram, I would say probably 25% of my business comes from Instagram, 75% from Facebook.
Oh shit.
And Instagram, everybody on my Instagram is strictly chopper guys. And
Same.
only fucking 25% of my business comes from fully targeted at chopper people. 75% of it comes from Facebook. Facebook is hands down the best marketing tool. And here's a tip for you. We'll get into some more marketing shit. You got to make videos. You have to make fucking videos because people want to see who it is that is sharing this fucking business page every single fucking day. You have to set yourself aside from everybody else sharing their business shit. And I learned this when I was just selling roofs. Like I said, this is the company that put me through all this training shit on how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, etc. The difference between me as a roof salesman and every other roof salesman is they come to your house. And if you think I'm lying, call any roofing company and have them come give you a free quote. It's free. They don't charge you anything, even if you don't need a fucking roof. All they're going to do is come up, possibly knock on your door, tell you they're there, measure out your roof, and then slide it into the mailbox. Your estimate into the mailbox. That's the last you hear from them. When I go out, I make a friend when I get there. It sounds stupid, but the first part of sales is making a friend. You got to bring their fucking guard down because automatically think you're going to fuck them over somehow. Because that's what we've been trained to.
What salesmen do.
The same when you go to a car dealership. When you go to a car dealership, the last thing you want to see is a fucking car salesman walking over to you like, fucking A, here we go.
Yeah.
So the first thing you got to do is make a fucking friend. I get in there. I talk to them about anything I see in the fucking driveway, whether it's a boat, a four-wheeler, a fucking kayak, a canoe, whatever it is. I just bring their fucking guard down, talk 2-3 minutes just to bring them down. I'm like, hey, I'm Fred from so-and-so. I'm just here to do the roof inspection, give you a free quote. And then I go about all that. While I'm doing it, I take pictures of everything. Because now when I go to explain it to them, they're not a professional. And you can do the same thing. Say you're working on motorcycles and somebody brought it in so you can check their bike out. Take pictures of shit. Because they're not a fucking motorcycle technician. They have no idea. So when you have a picture to show them when you're explaining it to them, it makes sense to them. Now they know you're not lying. You're showing it to them fucking straight. It's right there in their face. You got to do these little things set you above everybody else. And that's what videos do. Videos set you above everybody else because nobody else is doing that. Everybody else that's in business thinks they don't have time. Everybody that's in business thinks the more they work, the more money they make. That's not how it fucking works. It's the better you are, the more money you make. You don't have to work 1,000 hours to be fucking rich and be successful. You just have to be better than everybody else. And the way you do that is by setting yourself apart from everybody else. Be that guy that picks up his fucking phone, as dumb as this looks, and shoot a 40-second video. That's all you need for advertising. 40 seconds. That's like the sweet spot for a video because after 40 seconds, you lose them. You shoot a 40-second video and there's 3 parts that you have to hit in this video. And this works for any fucking business. It's the problem, the feature, and the benefit. So the first thing you automatically, hey, I'm Fred from fucking so-and-so mechanics. There is this problem that is always happening with motorcycles. Let's say, I don't fucking know. Something, whatever. Fucking failed maintenance. Maintenance not happening. Wear and tear on the fucking pistons because you didn't do this. You didn't do that. So now you set up the problem. Here's the problem is people aren't going to the fucking garage because it's too much money or whatever. People aren't keeping up their maintenance because they don't know how to do it. And then you need to say the why. Why are people not going to the garage? Probably because they don't know when they're supposed to do their maintenance, or they think it's too much money and they can't afford it. So they're just going to skim by and stretch out those oil changes as long as possible. So now you've created the problem. You've created why there's a problem. And then the last thing is you create what you can offer them. You say, hey, listen, you're still getting the best service through us. We service all makes and models. This is why we do it. We love it. This isn't just a job for us. It's a passion. We do this even when we're not working. I wrench on my own bikes. I build my own bikes. I hit all of these fucking motorcycle shows because I love the whole culture as a whole. That's why you should go with me. Boom, video done. And now people know what the fucking big problem is in your fucking industry, why it happens, and why they should fucking pick you to fucking be the one to solve that problem. There's not one other fucking company that's doing that. Go look on fucking Instagram and Facebook and all this. I guarantee you scroll through there, you're not finding one fucking video like that about vapor honing. There's not one guy doing it. Because people think it doesn't fucking matter. They're like, I'm just going to grind away in my garage and make all this fucking money. You don't have to. You just have to be the best. Yeah. You have to let people know why they fucking choose you.
That's a great point, is that when you're a one-man operation, you are the business. And making a video, like, yeah, why you? You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're doing something that a lot of other people are doing too. Like, what makes you different? Right? And play to people's, like, you know, the type of clientele that you're trying to attract, and you know how to talk to them. And, you know, like, some people are like really outgoing and they can just talk to anybody, you know?
Yeah.
And that's great. I wish I had that trait. But then there's people that are, if you're in a niche industry, right? Like, you're doing something chopper related, you're making a part, or you're doing like chopper only paint jobs, or, you know, pinstriping. Like, that's a niche industry too, right? Because your soccer dad or whatever isn't getting pinstriping on his fucking Subaru Ascent. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you need to know who you're trying to attract. And then it's like, you are the business, because they'll go with you even if your prices are higher, if they like you. And how do you connect? You know, like, people like if you like what you're doing, number one. So we already passed that, right? You already decided what you're going to do. You did it for no money or a loss of money. You're passionate about it and you care about it. That comes through in those conversations. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, when someone's talking to you and you're like, yeah, I do this, and, you know, like, whatever, it's just a job. It's just, you know, like, that's day job things.
Yeah.
Leave that shit at your day job where you're just going through the motions.
The biggest thing is these people don't want to reach out because they don't fucking know, dude. Type in motorcycle mechanic on Google. There's fucking hundreds of them. And now what are you going to do? You're going to scroll through all of the reviews, try to weed out which one is just a pissed off customer, which one is true, which one is not. And you don't know your ass from your elbow about what even a good fucking motorcycle mechanic is. So when you make these videos, now you're educating them. You're giving them something to go off of. That now they know what your face looks like. They know what your voice sounds like. They know why there's this problem in the industry, how you're going to fix it for them. You answer all that before they even pick up the phone to call you. And here's the biggest tip, is people are scrolling on Facebook at work. So what you need to do is put those closed captions on every fucking video, because guess what? What's everybody fucking doing at work? They're scrolling through their Facebook with the sound off. Guess what? On a 40-second video, it's easy to read closed captions for 40 seconds. And now, without even hearing your voice, they're still getting your fucking message. Prime time during fucking work.
Yeah,
these are all like little secrets that people don't like. People just don't think about this shit. And here's the other plus side about Facebook. Say you want to step it up to the next level. You don't want to just hit all these groups and you're like, I'm going to do some paid advertising through Facebook, which is phenomenal, by the way, because you can do one or two things. You can make say you make this 40-second video. You can put it up on Facebook, pay for a month of advertising. You could do up to 1 day. 1 day all the way up to a month. And Facebook will either look at your video and generate it to the people that video will like pertain to and reach to, Or you can select your own fucking audience. You can select male, fucking 25 through 45, female, whatever. Areas they live in, other groups that they're involved in, which groups they follow, which friends they follow, what movies they liked. You can pick all this. Now, the
I
best
didn't
way
know
to
you
do
could
it is
do
you
that.
make...
That's really targeted.
Dude, and then here's the way you do it is you make 5 videos of all different problems, right? So one could be poor fucking oil and change routine, poor fucking gasket maintenance, poor tire maintenance, like when you're supposed to get your tires changed, etc. Put all 5 of those videos out. Take 1 week, let all 5 of those play. It's going to show you which video performs the best. You can take those other 4, swipe them right out of the mix, and put all that money onto that one video and boost that out for everybody because it's your best performing video. All that's in Facebook for free, dude.
That targeting is, you could use it as a dating app, you know? Just target hot single moms in your area. And then you get paid and laid.
I see that all the time on Pornhub. But listen, dude, I'm telling you, if you're not using Facebook, you're fucking up, man. The marketing on Facebook is fucking dope. And it's so easy. It's so easy. With these little tips, I'm telling you, if you do all these things that I'm telling you right now, I will guarantee that you start pulling more jobs. I'll guarantee it. And the way I can guarantee it is because I have literally been doing this. I was just the top seller at my fucking roofing company. I sold $250,000 in work in 1 month. My second month as a fucking salesman because I did all of these things. Damn. You know what I mean? It's like once you create yourself as the brand, you start making these videos and you use these little marketing tips I'm telling you, I promise no matter what fucking industry you're in, this will work for you. Find the problem, find why it happens, and how you can fix it. That's all you need. Those 3 fucking things in a 40-second video. And I know. Talking to yourself in a fucking video is stupid. It seems retarded. But if that 40-second video doubles your fucking income, it was worth doing that 40-second fucking video.
Yeah.
It's that simple. You got to get on social media.
Yeah. It sucks to have to do that because it's like, if I had my druthers, I wouldn't be on any social media, you know? That shit's gay as fuck.
Same. I didn't have social media until I started this podcast.
Myself, you know? Yeah.
But it sucks. But like, that's what I'm saying is like, if you wanted to just be a side hustle, you could have stopped listening to this podcast 30 minutes ago. But if you're trying to take it to that next level and go full time, this is the way to fucking do it. I'm telling you, this is the way to do it. I just seen this chick who she just opened up her own fucking massage parlor type deal, where she does like fucking athletic massages, the hot stones, all that bullshit. And she's getting 1 to 2 customers a day, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, look, do this. And I gave her all these same fucking little tips. Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. In 3 weeks, she literally messaged me back and was like, all that shit worked. Thank you. Not saying that it made her a fucking millionaire, but it brought her more fucking business just by doing these stupid fucking things.
These are the thing is, like, tips these fat cats on Wall Street don't want you to know. Because it's all free.
Yeah,
baby.
that's what I was just about to say. Is this is the shit that nobody realizes? It's this business is this fucking easy. I know I just look like a fucking dumb little shithead that fucking builds shitty fucking choppers, and I live in the fucking redneck woods of New Hampshire. But I am so business savvy that it literally makes people's fucking heads spin, dude. Like the guy that I was just working for just offered me a way higher up position, so I won't leave. And now I can pick from either fucking job that I want because I'm super business savvy. Because once I started learning these things, I'm like, it's this fucking easy. This is all shit that nobody wants you to know. And if they do want you to know, you have to pay thousands of fucking dollars to learn it. Thankfully, my boss is a fucking great guy. And he just paid all the money and wants his team to be successful. So he gave us all that knowledge and let us go through all the training. So now I have all this knowledge. But it's like, it's that fucking simple. That simple. Is you just take a little bit of time every day to do these things, I promise you, there's no fucking way you won't be successful.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, the other thing is, like, I think it's good that me and you are both talking about this because, well, we have, like, what are our credentials? You know what I mean? And they're different, right? Because, like, you've started your own company full time, a couple of them. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different level of entrepreneurship. Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah,
I'm like 7 beers deep.
dude, in
So
my
that
towing
was a hard
company,
word.
I quit my job towing.
Yeah.
Sold a bunch of shit, bought my own
Yeah.
tow truck, and just went right into business for myself. 0 clients, brand new business name, and was like, gotta make it happen. And I made it happen.
And that's a whole different world too. So, like, when I'm talking from my perspective, I'm like, side hustle, cash under the table, no taxes, right? But for that,
Right.
you had to do like a whole hell of a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, that's a
I'm
different
talking
ball
everything.
game.
I had 2 accountants, an EIN number, had to pay all my taxes, had to have all my write-offs for all my equipment, my trucks, my trailers, all my gear. Like, I'm saying, you can take what I'm saying through personal experience. I've started my ground up business. You know what I mean? I've had the towing, the landscaping, small engine repair, running fucking decals and shirts that we still do that. The pinstriping, fucking motorcycle shit. I've done all of this. And not saying I'm like this fucking rich dude and fucking crushing it. But like I've learned some shit along the fucking way. And I wish that there was somebody that gave me all this knowledge when I was starting out. Cause I had no fucking idea. I was just fumbling my way through, fucking climbing the fucking mountains of shit every day, trying to put money in my fucking pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a different world though, right? So, cause like, back to like our original point, it's just like, it's kind of like, well, you set out to do something, you want to do something, you have something to offer, a service or a product or whatever. And then you market yourself. And this was something we talked about on the Laddies that I thought was really important. It's just like authenticity, because what are your goals and what do you have to do to get there? Because if you're into choppers, you're probably a good fucking dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's been my experience that like dudes that have, and just back to the beginning of this conversation, it's like people that do this type of stuff, they're a certain type of way, they come from a certain, they're cut from a certain type of cloth, and you can kind of anticipate
probably a
that.
blue collar dude.
Yeah. Or, but then again, I know a lot of white collar dudes in this shit, but they're all the same, like they have the same ethics, right? Like, hard work pays off type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, do it yourself type of shit, learn lifelong learning and like helping people out, like I always wanted to be like the shirt off my back type of guy. Like, when I die, I want someone to be like, he give you the shirt right off his back. And not because I borrowed your shirt and I was wearing it and you're like, hey, give me my shirt back. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be that guy that's like, gives better than he gets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you already have that. If you're into building choppers, you already probably have that. So you're already like set up for success no matter what you do. But like, authenticity is key, because do you actually care? You know what I mean? Are you in it for the right reasons? That will come through whether you want it to or not, so you can only trick
100%.
people so long. So be honest with yourself, and you need to know when to call it quits or to pivot or to do, like pull back or whatever. You know what I mean? So if you set out and you're like, I'm going to be a fucking full-time, whatever it is, and your heart's not in it, you're not going to make it. Make a new plan.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is like,
Yeah.
you can change. Like, you're not a failure if you're like, no, this isn't what I want. Like, be honest with yourself. Beat yourself up. Beat the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
And I went through that where I was like, this isn't what I want to do. And not happy. So I'm going to do something else, like change it and, or raise your prices or make sure that you're happy doing what you're doing. You got to stop doing it. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
be authentic with your customers too. Don't fucking blow smoke up their sweatpants. You know, like when Loctite goes out, right? You're not fucking faking it. You're interested
No.
in this shit, and you're
Yeah.
talking to them, and that
And I
shines through,
can't
and
tell you
that's
how
why they're
many
going with you.
times I can't tell you how many times I've gone out to do a roof inspection. And I'm like, hey man, did a fucking roof inspection. Your roof looks great. You probably got another 5 or 6 years left on this bitch. Because now that I told him that or her that, they're gonna tell their friends and be like, hey, this dude came out, gave us the free roof inspection, like he said. And turns out I don't even need a fucking roof. And he told me that.
Yeah,
He didn't try to upsell me and do this and do that. And people
and that's
respect that.
one
You may
thing.
not make the dollar, and this is the biggest part, is you're not going to make the dollar off that person, but you're going to make fucking $10 from the 10 friends that they fucking tell. You know what I mean? You
Well,
gotta.
yeah. That's the so like being authentic and being honest. That's priceless. You know what I mean? Like you can't buy
Yeah.
advertising like that. You can't pay for that. That only comes through experience, and that's worth
Right.
way more than the fucking roof that the guy doesn't need that you put up or whatever
Right.
it is. You know, just be
Yep.
like, no, I can't do that, or that's beyond my skill set, or you know, you don't want to sell yourself short, but at the same time, it's like be honest with people, and you should do that in your personal life and business life. I mean, that's not a business thing. That's just like be a good person thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
And
it
for
works.
me,
It's
it comes
mutually
from.
beneficial.
For me, it comes from. I've grown up a blue collar guy my whole life. I've always been in the trenches doing that fucking labor work. Grew up poor. You know what I mean? So my whole life, my name has meant something. You know what I mean? So if I ever had a job where I had to fuck this person over to make some money, if I fuck my name up, dude, I'm fucked. I'm a blue collar fucking guy. I can't just like go work up in the fucking ivory tower somewhere. That's not me. You know what I mean? I make my living through the community. No matter what fucking job I'm doing, it's tied directly back to my community. So if I fuck my name up, I fuck up the rest of my fucking life making money. So it's like my whole philosophy growing up, just being a blue collar guy, really respecting what my name stands for. I just don't bullshit people. I tell it like it is, whether they, and let me get this straight. I'm not kissing anybody's ass. I'm going to tell you how it is, whether you love it or you hate it. That's just my philosophy. I'm not going to fucking lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for you. You're either going to love it or you're going to fucking hate it. But you're never going to have to guess whether I'm blowing smoke up your ass. I keep it 100 every fucking time. That's just what it is.
Loctite gets in a lot of trouble telling the truth.
I do. People get pissed.
People get pissed. Feelings get hurt.
But it's like, hey, get
But
pissed because I told you the truth.
Thing. Yeah.
It's just, and
Yeah,
like Ryan was saying, if you go about it that way, where like your name means something to you, you're gonna be fine, man. Because you're always gonna think, I'm not gonna fucking upsell this, or I'm not gonna lie and sell this dude some shit he doesn't need, or try to fuck this dude over and rush this job because I want to go hang out with my buddies this weekend. Take pride in what you do. I literally just told this. I also coach football. I just told this to my team yesterday, was our game day. And I told them before we went on the field, I don't give a fuck if we win or we lose. Obviously, I want to fucking win. But I was like, I don't give a fuck if we win or we lose. As long as you take pride in every single fucking thing you do, you come here, you give it everything you have every goddamn week, you can never be mad because you did the best you fucking could. You took pride in every fucking thing you do. How can you be mad? Whether you fail or you succeed, you cannot be mad because you did the best you could fucking do. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Just take pride in your fucking work and be an honest fucking dude.
Yeah. You know what? I think this is the best part of the business conversation. It's like, because I think this is all it takes, you know, to be successful anywhere. And it's not even like you want to start a small business. Just to be successful in life, you know, like being honest with everybody, have integrity, you know what I mean? Then everything else falls into place, because you're not going to if you're making parts, you're not going to put shit out. You know what I mean? You're going to trash it if it's
Yep.
not up to your standards. So be ethical first and foremost. And look at the other dudes that are super successful in this industry. That's exactly what they do. They don't put bullshit out. They put quality stuff out. And it's not the cheapest, maybe, you know. But that's why like Lowbrow and Deadbeat Customs, you know, like they put out quality shit. And people keep on going back because they have integrity. And it doesn't matter what, if you're offering a service or a product or whatever the fuck it is, if you keep that as like your core value, you know, then you're going to be successful. If you have the hard work, you know, like you're going to put in the hard work and you have a good, whatever it is, like you're good at a skill or you have a good product, you'll be successful in some capacity. All the other shit is auxiliary. You have to have that stuff right. And then it's like, then it's the marketing. Then it's the this and the that and the fucking t-shirt sales and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But first, just have the core. Like, be in it for the right reasons.
That's
be
the
honest
biggest thing
about why you're in it.
That's the biggest thing. So even in that whole like course thing that I had to take, the first thing they tell you to do is pick your core values. And once you pick your core values, you live by those motherfucking core values, whatever they are.
Yeah.
And every time you're in a tough situation, you run through those core values and you're like, I got to stay with this, 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 and this. No matter what the fucking outcome is, these have to be my core values. And by doing that, you're fucking good, man. Like you said, the first thing that comes to being successful is you got to be a good fucking dude. But I just want to, so a quick example is the guy that I work for, he ran through this whole thing, paid the thousands and thousands of dollars to take this course. In business for 5 years. His 5th year, he made $2 million. Not made, like I'm saying, did $2 million in work. Took this course. 2 years later, after going through this whole course, all the seminars, blah, 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 18 million. Now, year to date, they're averaging about 22 million a year. Just by doing these dumb little fucking things. And I'm not saying that you guys follow these steps, you're going to fucking be doing $22 million in work. Roofing is a lot different than being a motorcycle mechanic. Those jobs are $30,000 a piece. You know what I mean? But by doing those little fucking things, he went from averaging $2 million a year to 18 million to 22 million by doing these little fucking things. These little stupid ass videos showing face, the fucking problem feature benefit videos, and advertising on Facebook. It's literally that fucking simple.
Yeah.
And be a good fucking dude.
And the other thing is like, you know, you're gonna scale up if you have those things in place. You know what I mean? Like good product, good attitude, hard work. You can't stop that, dude. Who's gonna stop that? I mean, there might be some hiccups along the way, obviously. You know, like shit gets derailed, life happens. But this is the same thing. I think this is all fucking applicable to normal life too. You know what I mean? If you show up at work
100%.
and you're asking how many sick days you have, how much time off, if you complain about fucking this and that to your boss, you ain't getting fucking promoted, buddy. Yeah. Get in there, kick fucking ass, and do the right thing and be better than everybody. So that's actually great because it's like, dude, even if you're not starting a side hustle, all this shit's still applicable, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Have your heart in the right place. Do it for the right reason. Be real.
Right. And like that's what I was saying to my fucking kids that I coach is like, you take pride in everything you do, you'll never be disappointed in the outcome. Because you did the best you fucking could.
Yeah.
And that, like you're saying, that applies in everything in life. In your fucking marriage, in your fucking job, in your chopper build, in everything. If you take pride in it and give it the best you got, you can never be fucking pissed with the outcome because you did the best you could fucking do.
Yeah, this is turning really inspirational. I'm actually getting pumped right now because it's like, you know, if you want to be successful in anything you do, you know, like you want to have a successful marriage, you want to be successful with your kids, you want a promotion at your job, you know what you do? You fucking work hard and you do the right things and you hold people accountable and you have integrity and you will fucking crush everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the people that don't work hard, you're not stepping on necks to get to where you need to go. You're not cheating. You're just doing the work that needs to be done to get to where you want to go. You know, so even if you're not starting a side hustle, go for that promotion. You know what I mean? Like, show your boss that you're the shit, you know, and you'll fucking win. You'll get it. And I did it. So the other thing I wanted to mention too is, like, you know, Loctite, blue collar guy, grow up. I've been white collar for a long time.
Also, felon.
So I have a very
Keep
different
that in
perspective.
mind. I'm doing all this
he's
coming straight out of fucking a prison sentence. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, there's no excuse.
But here's the other thing too, is like, dude, you got an office job? Look at me. I got fucking tattoos on my neck. I got a big fucking beard. I keep it real, dude. I sit down with CEOs. I tell them what's up. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck
really
you do.
Listen, I've heard Ryder on some calls. Motherfucker talks to some important people.
Yeah. Just fucking be authentic, though, because here's the other thing is, you know, like, you don't have to play the game. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to kiss fucking ass. Trust me. Tell your boss that he's a fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
Daily.
Yeah, dude. You push the envelope.
I do daily. And listen, this is the thing too, is when I started at the job I'm at now, I was working in the trucking department. I was helping him build his towing business and his dumpster business up. And he was like, hey, you have done a phenomenal job doing this. I want you to come be a salesman for the construction business. So I walk in, dude. I'm fucking sleeved up. I got fucking chop shit and low life tattooed on my fucking hands. You know what I mean? Fucking beard. Everybody else that's a salesman, dude, they're rocking fucking polo shirts, fucking dress shoes, slacks. I didn't even know what slacks were until I fucking started working there. And
dungarees.
Dude, I walk into that place, bro, and my second month was top fucking salesman. And I'm not saying all this to brag. I'm saying it's because I came in there hungry and willing to prove a fucking point. They're like, hey, it doesn't matter that I look like this. It doesn't matter that I'm a fucking convicted felon. None of that shit matters. I'm here and I will outwork every motherfucker in this building. And now they want to promote me to a manager of a $22 million a year fucking roofing company. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Rhino's saying is, like, just go in there and make fucking boss moves without the title. And then you will get that fucking title.
Yeah. So I'll just a real quick aside here, because I literally did that. I was working, I was like an analyst. I work in software, and my boss got fired, or he left. He was getting forced out of the company. I literally got up, took my shit, walked into his office, put it down on the desk, and I started doing his job. And then the VP comes in.
Shut the fuck up.
And she's like, I swear to Christ, dude, I took his office. And she was like, well, I mean, there was like a vacuum. Nobody was like a successor. And she showed up and she was like, I mean, if you want a job, just start doing it. If you want that promotion, don't go in there and bellyache about fucking, that's not my job. Do the extra work and do what needs to be done. And then you're a shoo-in. You know what I mean? So I literally picked my computer up, put it on his desk, and started doing his job. So when she showed up, she's like, you got the job. And then I was a manager.
Yeah.
So fucking, you got to have that hustle, and you got to have fucking balls, dude. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
but that's
what I'm saying, man. It's like, that's all it takes is you being that motherfucker, dude. Make the boss moves before you're the boss, and you will become the fucking boss. Like, I've been selling roofs now for only like 5 months, and they want me to head up every salesman in the company. I've never done that shit. I don't know how to fucking crunch those numbers and do all that shit. But what he sees is he moved me from trucking after I crushed it there into sales. I crushed it there. So now in my boss's mind, no matter where he fucking puts me, I'm going to fucking crush it. And that's not because I go into work early every fucking day and I stay late every fucking day. I still tell him, hey, I'm coming in at 9 and I'm leaving at 5. I'm not running 6 o'clock. Guess what?
Yeah.
Everybody else in that company runs 6 o'clock appointments. Guess who's never run a 6 o'clock appointment? This guy. But the time that I'm at work, I'm grinding the fuck out. I took it upon myself to be the only one in there that knew how to read all of the hail damage reports, to be able to track fucking storm damage, to be able to handle insurance claims from beginning to end, all the laws on insurance claims. I learned all that by myself at home at nighttime, and I made myself the only motherfucker in that office that knew how to do that. And just by doing that kind of shit, going that little bit of extra mile, like Ryan was saying, that's not my job to learn that shit. But if I want that next tier up job, it's got to be my fucking job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it takes. Like what Ryan was saying,
fail
like,
up.
Whether
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't. But like what Ryan was saying is like whether this is for you starting a small business or just in life in general. Obviously, don't be making fucking 40-second videos if you're just like trying to be a good husband, because that'd be weird. But just taking pride in what you fucking
take a 40-second video of you doing the dishes.
Yeah, listen, this is why my wife shouldn't have married that dude.
Send it to your wife. See what she says.
And this is what I can give her. Don't be doing that shit. But just take pride in the shit you do.
Baby.
Go take that extra fucking step, and you're gonna be all right. This is the most inspirational podcast that's ever happened.
Dude, we should go on tour doing inspirational shit like this.
Live Low Life podcast. Imagine being
dude.
the Low Life inspirational tour.
Yeah.
That's like an oxymoron.
I think it's actually what this fucking world needs is like, get some fucking grit. Stop being a whiny little bitch. If you want something, go out and get it. Go get that promotion. Go start that business. Be honest. Have integrity.
Your grandpa didn't win the fucking war because he was a
way.
whiny little bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you don't have to wear a fucking tucked-in polo and penny loafers and shave your face. Have a ratty-ass beard and just be a real motherfucker. People will respect you for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I sold $250K in a month looking like this. Missing teeth. Fucking shitty beard. Fucking support blue-collar America on my fucking hat.
Dude,
one of my hands literally
real.
says shit life. My hand says shit life. You know what I mean?
So, you know what this,
but guess what?
You know
when
what
I get
it
there,
is?
people respect it because I fucking tell it how it is.
Well, it's either because they're about it or because they aspire to be it. You know what I mean? Like, they see you and they're either like, this is my people's, or they're like, I wish I could be that fucking cool.
Yeah. You're like, this dude's out here slinging roofs looking like that, bro? This is messed up.
Dude. People see freak shit every day. Like, we're not weird looking.
Yeah, I'm far from weird at this point. This kid's shitting in a litter box. Yeah. But listen, moral of the story is it doesn't matter what your fucking background is. It doesn't matter how you were raised, where you were fucking raised. That's the one thing that pisses me the fuck off so bad is when people say, well, I grew up in a fucking poor household in the ghetto and blah, blah, blah. I can't make it out. Oh, motherfucking shit, dude. All right? I lived in the bricks. I lived in low-income housing. I went to fucking churches. That's how we did our grocery shopping. We went to churches to get food. You know what I mean? I went to fucking jail. I got taken out of my house and put in foster homes. I went to fucking prison. You know what I mean? And I'm still fucking here. It doesn't matter where you came from. It matters where you're trying to fucking go.
I grew up in a fucking trailer park. I'm a high school dropout. I don't even have a GED on record. And I was a fucking director, bitch.
And now Rhino has one of the most beautiful homes I've ever seen.
It's a piece of shit.
Your house is dope as fuck. Your house is so dope.
Yeah, well, I do all the construction on it, so everything's a little bit janky.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I like, though. Chopper projects on the house.
DIY, baby.
That's it. But listen, We're at a minute 40 here. I think we're giving you guys all the information. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to hit up either one of us. If you like this kind of shit, drop a fucking comment on the YouTube page. Let us know if you like this. Let us know if you want to see more shit like this. Rhino and myself have been through some shit. We both came from the fucking slums and have like kind of made it a decent fucking life. So we can help you. We can help you a little bit. Yeah, let us know what you thought about the episode. Let us know if you have any questions. But before we get out of here, let's thank some of the people that made all this wisdom and inspiration possible. Up first, we got Deadbeat Customs, the creator of the Deadbeat Retreat, which was one for the fucking books. This year was amazing. Just got confirmation that it will be at the Blackthorn Resort again next year. I'm fucking hyped for that. Make sure you get your fucking tickets. It's worth the ride. The ride out there is beautiful. The resort is fucking dope. A bunch of cool spots to visit while you're out there. And hit up deadbeatcustoms.com. Check out all the parts, the riding gear, the helmets, the jackets. He's literally got fucking everything over there. You can buy chopper parts. That's where I bought my fucking Baron support for my shovel. All right? He's got everything. And you can use code LOWLIFE at checkout to save some motherfucking money. So go hit up deadbeatcustoms.com. Check them out on Instagram and tell them the boys from the Low Life Chopper podcast sent you. Up next, we got Lowbrow Customs. Everything you need for the road ahead. Literally the only motherfucking website you can build an entire bike from. Motor, frame, fucking wheels, they got everything. And Tyler and his team support everything in the grassroots community, so it just makes sense to fucking support them as well. Get over to lowbrowcustoms.com and check them out on YouTube. They put out a bunch of dope-ass fucking videos. Up next, we got Dan at No Luck Paintworks. Dan the man, who will be in Brooklyn with us, by the way. So if you want to talk paint, come check him out. He is cooking at some of the dopest fucking paint jobs in New England. On the whole motherfucking East Coast, Dan is crushing it. He loves everything that he loves everything about paint. He's that fucking dude that we were just talking about, who takes pride in everything he does. He's passionate about it. The only thing we got to do is get him to start fucking doing this marketing shit. But he's got the qualities to be that good fucking businessman and not want to fuck people over and not make all the money. He just wants to make enough money to survive. That's a good fucking businessman. So go check him out. No Luck Paintworks on Instagram and tell him his motherfucking homies from the Low Life Chopper podcast sent you. Up next, we got Josh from Steel City Blacksmithing, twisting everything metal. Does not matter what it is. If it's metal, he'll fucking twist it, turn it into something cool. From fucking hammers to wheels to bike frames. If you need some fucking lathe shit done, check him out. That dude buys lathes every fucking week. So go check him out, steelcityblacksmithing.com, Steel City Blacksmithing on Instagram. And as always, tell them the boys from Low Life Chopper podcast sent you. And last but not least, we got Stay Strong Co., the man who creates the fucking hot sauce that I like to rub on my butthole before I fuck because it makes it interesting. And it tastes really fucking good. So make sure you get over to Stay Strong Co. Get some of that.
Are you licking it off
shit.
your own butthole?
Yeah, man. Get some of the shit hot sauce and tell him the boys from the Low Life Chopper podcast sent you and tell him you need that sweet heat, baby.
Oh shit! Yeah, he'll be in Brooklyn, baby. I'm excited. I was talking to him today. He was trying to help me out. Yeah, he was trying to help me out with my shovel troubles, but rub it on your asshole. I would eat out my own asshole if it had the shit hot sauce on it.
Why do you think
I could probably almost stomach it. That's what I'm gonna do for my anniversary tomorrow. I'm just gonna put a little dollop of it on my asshole and finally show my wife what I've been hiding all these years.
Hey, you gotta put it on the wife's butthole, dude. It's a nice little surprise. It's like that warming, cool.
We were talking about.
It's like the warming, cool KY jelly, dude, but sweet heat. It's sweet for you and heat for her. That's an anniversary she will never forget.
All right, I'll see if she's into that. All I gotta get
Fucking
that.
A.
We gotta get that Low Life branded our own personal one. I think we need
100%.
two. We need a
We're gonna
Loctite
talk
one
about.
and a Rhino one.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about that this weekend. We'll get that done
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
But listen,
Yeah.
guys, I had a lot of fun with this episode. Hopefully, you guys liked it. I would love to do more episodes like this. I'm trying. I want to do a lot more episodes with just me and Ryan, like we have been. I love having a guest on. Do not get me wrong. I love having guests on, but I have a lot of fun when it's just me and Rhino. We can connect. It's shit's a lot more looser. We can just fucking talk shit. We've got a lot of reply back from you guys saying you love that shit. So I just want to get more of us in between the guests. If you guys are digging that, let us know in the comments below, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, whatever. But do us a favor, get over to fucking YouTube. If you can't get on the Patreon, you can't fucking buy some pizza on PayPal, all that shit, the least you can do. Listen, we appreciate you listening, but it costs nothing for you to get over to YouTube and just hit that subscribe button. Even if you never watch it again, just hit that subscribe button. That makes it so we can go live. We can do live broadcasting through YouTube. And then you guys can see every show we do. We just need to get to 1,000 subs to be able to do that. So if you're listening to this right now, I know there's over 1,000 of you that listen every week. So if all of you just go to YouTube and just hit the subscribe button, you never watch it again. I don't give a fuck. But to at least help us get to the point where we can do live videos. So the people that do enjoy the YouTube, they can see those live videos when we're in Brooklyn or when we're at fucking Glory Days or Deadbeat Retreat. Help us out.
Yeah, it'd be helping us out. And in fact, I usually watch us. And last week I just like listened to it in the car because I was driving around. I actually prefer to just listen.
Really?
But it, like some dudes.
I used to listen to podcasts all day long. And then I don't know, for some reason I don't know if it's just because like the podcast game has started to swing a little bit. People are still loving podcasts, but people are liking to watch podcasts now. And like, so if you go on YouTube, every podcast you listen to, I guarantee they are also on YouTube. I guarantee it. Because all the ones that I've listened to for years, like Meat Eater Podcast, it's a hunting podcast. They now do every one of their podcasts from like the last 3 months forward are on YouTube now. And I like it better because now you're seeing them talking. You're seeing their facial expressions. You're seeing Rhino when he laughs. You're just picturing him leaning into the mic laughing. What you don't see is him throwing himself backwards in his computer chair, holding his face, laughing hysterically. I laugh harder watching YouTube videos, YouTube podcasts, because I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm in the room. I can see what's going on. And I can see the facial expressions. I can see the backdrops. You can see me waving my fucking hands around. It just makes it more personal. I really enjoy it. I almost don't even listen to podcasts on Spotify anymore. I almost am 100% on YouTube watching them now.
Have you ever figured out how to get the video on Spotify?
No.
Okay.
I have not a fucking clue. And I didn't even realize I have Spotify Premium because I don't have any commercials in any of my music. I just don't know if like maybe I have just like never clicked on that option. I have no idea.
It's weird. Yeah. I just click play and it just does it. But, the other thing I was going to say is just like wherever you listen to the podcast, another thing that costs $0 is rate us. So if you're listening to this on Apple iTunes or whatever, that's the big one. Give us some stars, dude. Write a comment, It doesn't even have to pertain to that. You just write like fucking Rhino sucks. Give us 5 stars. Or just let us know, actually, if it sucks. Give us 1 star if you hate us. But get on there and just give us a review.
Don't give us 1 star just to be funny, though, because that actually fucks us. Yeah, don't give us a 1 star to be funny, though, because that actually hurts the podcast.
Yeah, give us 5 stars and then tell me, that I suck or something. But get on there and just like, if you want to help if you want to help support us in any way, and I get it, because, and again, like, I've had dudes reach out like, hey, dude, I had to drop off the Patreon. I'm sorry. I just like, like it's money, I get it. Cause I canceled a bunch of shit, like my monthly subscription and shit. I get it, totally get it. but you can help us in any other ways, like YouTube, subscribe, get on those fucking whatever platform you're listening
Share it
on.
on
Just
Instagram.
give us a review.
Do anything.
Share it on it. Yeah. And I love that shit, like put us in your stories, if you get a shirt or whatever. Oh, and by the way, we got a run of shirts. Next week when I get back, I'm printing more. So if you want one, I already had a couple people hit us up today when I posted that shit. Let me know, because that shit helps too. Like every fucking penny helps. It doesn't have to be like a sustaining membership type of thing. Any way you listen, even if you're just listening to us, that helps. I got a new ad going out this month too. I just re-recorded one, so
Oh shit!
Listen out for that. Yeah, but yeah, appreciate the fuck out of you guys, and just help us any way you can, because we really want to. I mean, the end goal is we want to get international, boy. We want to meet all you motherfuckers, and we got a lot of people down south, out west. Like we want to get out to those shows, and this is how we're gonna do it, spreading the word. So appreciate you, love you. Are you ready, Loctite?
Oh shit! I was just about to scream. See you next week. Good thing you said that. I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay. I asked my wife about this one, and she was like, "You're fucking gross."
Great. I can't wait for this.
Would you rather have sex with a goat, but nobody will ever find out, or you don't have sex with a goat, but everybody thinks you did?
That is a fucked up one.
And the goat, its name is Nubs.
Oh, that's fucked. It's a
We're
male
making it
goat.
personal.
It's a male goat.
Well, was Nubs a guy?
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
he had
have to be
huge nuts. He had huge nuts.
Okay, it's a lady goat. It's Nubs' sister, though. You were thinking way too hard about this.
Yeah, I'm like weighing the options in my head. I feel like on some realm, some people be like, yo, this dude fucked a goat. You know what I mean? And like give you like some weird props for it.
Yeah, well, dude, like,
but then there's some people that are like,
I mean, if everybody
never...
thinks you did, dude, goats are gross too to fuck. It's not like you're fucking a pig and you can pretend it's just like a fat chick or something. It's like,
I mean, pigs are also gross.
There's hair, sheep wouldn't be there's bad. Horns.
A sheep would probably be the better.
A sheep would be nice.
They're just like little cute animals.
I want to fuck a sheep. Yeah, they're like woolly. It's like humping a pillow.
I'm pretty sure a sheep's vagina is the closest one to a female, like a human female.
Yeah? How are you pretty sure about that?
I'm pretty sure it's either a sheep or a cow.
I think I heard
it's either a sheep or a cow.
Sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know like some places in the world it's like not taboo.
That's just like,
you know what I mean?
Whatever.
Like,
it's another day on the farm.
I think it was like a Vice documentary I saw. They were like, yeah, down in Colombia or whatever. They're like, they just fuck sheep. It's like a coming of age thing. Like you practice.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah. But a goat, I don't know which way that vagina even goes. Oh, I'm getting...
Yeah, me neither.
This is gross.
And then just be like shitting all over your dick. Because goats just shit nonstop.
Yeah, they do. I have 2 goats, dude, and they're
I'm just gonna
like,
have to go.
oh, they're so gross.
I'm gonna have to just go around and like let people think that I did. What if you fuck a goat and get AIDS?
No, they don't have AIDS, dude. You're safe.
Yeah, but how do you know? What if it's like a slummy goat?
Yeah, but how are we gonna? We're gonna have to stop. You're gonna have to. It's just gonna be me on the podcast. Nobody's gonna want to listen to it. They're all gonna be like,
I
"Yeah,
mean,
Loctite, the goat fucker."
most people on that listen to the podcast would probably
It'll
think it was
ruin your
funny.
life. Your wife is gonna be like, "Dude, you fucked a goat." Everybody, your kids, everybody knows. Everybody thinks
Is it a dead goat or a live goat?
I'm fucking a goat. It's alive, dude. I'm fucking a goat once. Nobody will ever find out. You're gonna shit all over your pubic. Oh, it's gonna be so gross.
Yeah, it's like shitting all over you
But then nobody knows.
and like kicking you in the nuts and shit.
Do you have to finish?
That goat knows.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, is it one of my goats? And every morning I'm drinking my coffee.
Every
and
morning you have to look it in the
it's gonna
eyes.
look at me. And I'm like, hey, Rosie. Yeah.
And you gotta
Actually,
explain to
yeah,
your wife
this
why the
is-
goat keeps walking over and kneeling in front of you.
Yeah. My wife was probably like trying to gauge why I was asking that question, you know? Like, why do you want to know? Like, would you still love me if I fucked one of your goats? Well, we have a big goat, right? So Rosie's like a big dairy goat, and you would be able
Yeah.
to stand up, like on your feet. But then we have a little goat, like the little yoga goat, Autumn. You'd have to get down on your knees.
And you'd probably rip the fucking thing in half, dude. You'd kill the goat.
Nah, I barely even feel it. Yeah, the goat wouldn't even know I was having sex with it. It's expecting a huge goat dick or something.
Are goat dicks huge?
And then it just gets a little... I
Is it
don't
like a
know,
horse dick?
Actually, I don't think so. I hope not. No. Dude, horse dicks are huge.
Massive.
My boy used to work on a horse farm, dude. You'd have to shuck the horse's penis, dude.
What?
Because they have
Shuck the
foreskin. You have
penis?
to pull the foreskin back and get all the sand out of there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
dude.
fucked up job.
called
Would rather do that or
shucking.
fuck a goat, dude. That's fucked.
I'd rather fuck a goat than shuck a horse dick. Yeah, dude.
Be some pretty crazy.
You're basically
TikToks.
jerking off the horse to get sand out of its foreskin. And they're huge. The horse dicks are huge.
Yeah, you got to feel bad about yourself.
That's why we
after
don't have
that.
horses at the house. My wife doesn't know that penises can be that big.
She just thinks that you're an
Goats
average
have
guy.
legendarily small penises. I had
And
a
chickens.
male goat, and I don't think I ever even saw his dick.
He was a
It
shy
must
guy.
just be like a little nub, like a little nuggle. We ripped his balls off, dude. That was fucking gross.
Yeah, that's
You
fucked.
put an elastic band, like a bunch of elastic bands around their nuts, and then eventually just falls off. We made a coin purse out of it.
No, you did not. Don't say that.
We have the goat nuts. We did save them.
A goat nutsack.
We have a goat nut sack. Yep. In fact, I ate a goat nut sack one time.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
A
We
goat
went,
nutsack.
Yeah, me and my brother, we went. There was a swimming hole behind the women's prison in Goffstown by our high school, and we went down there. We had some beers, and we pulled down there, and there was a dude who had a goat on a spit, and he was rotating it, and the nuts were just like flopping over every time he was like spinning it. And we were like drinking beers, and he had some beers too, and he barely spoke English. And we're teenagers, probably like 17 or something. And down this trail, we see a cop car. And we're like, fuck. And we start to run. And the guy goes, no, 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 no. It's my brother. It's my brother. He's like Russian or some shit. And we're like, what the fuck? So we're sitting there. And yeah, dude, cop car comes down. Guy comes out, cracks a beer right out of the cruiser. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? And we were like bad kids. So like when we saw cops, we were like outie. I think we were probably like all on probation for something. But yeah, we just drank beer with this cop, his fucking brother. And at some point, he cut the goat balls off. And he's like, you want? And everybody was like, fuck that. Oh, that's disgusting. I thought he was kidding. But I was like, fuck it. I've had like 4 Becks or whatever the fuck we were drinking. I popped one in my mouth. He ate one. I ate one. Tasted like lobster, actually.
I've heard that nuts are good, actually. A lot of people eat
it wasn't
nuts off
bad.
of deer.
I'd do it again.
Yikes.
But
I've heard goat tastes like shit.
Goat meat?
Yeah.
Don't I thought people ate, I feel like I've had goat meat.
Yeah, people eat goat meat all the time.
Yeah.
My cousin like raises animals and shit, and he slaughtered one of his goats, and he was like, "It's the worst meat I've ever eaten in my life."
I feel like I've had it before. I gotta dig deep in the memories, but I think I had it and it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I've never tried it. But anywho, we're at 2 hours. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. We will see you motherfuckers in Brooklyn.